Hello, this is Aris, and in this video, I'll be showing you the possible reason why your engine is not as powerful as it used to be. So just stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and follow. If your engine is not as powerful the way it used to be, then it's not like carrying load. You understand? You can't carry other things the way it used to be. Then you should watch this video. Now, this is called a valve. This is a valve. You can see it. This is a valve, and it open and close an inlet or outlet channel. Understand? So that is the function of this valve. It's responsible for opening and closing a particular channel. So you can find it in this your top cylinder. This is a top cylinder, and then when I look at this closely, this is for the exhaust and this for the inlet. Now, this valve during the four-stroke engine, the piston is going downward when this inlet valve will be open. Understand? So that the mixture of fuel and air can come into the combustion chamber. So it's sucking in. So there's this kind of sucking vibes. The piston is giving the combustion chamber. Then this one is open. Then the second one is compression. When this both valve is expected to be closed, and the piston is moving from the bottom dead center to the top dead center. So there's this compression. This is the major stroke I would like to explain on, but let's put the other two strokes because we have four stroke. So the third one is the combustion. When this spark plug, there is a spark plug here that is for the gasoline generator that will now spark ignite, causing a kind of explosion, what we call it combustion boom. Now pushing the piston downward. Now the fourth one now is the exhaust stroke, whereby all the waste, carbon waste, this valve will be open, then the carbon waste you have to go through the exhaust out. Now the second stroke I said is compression. Now during that compression, if the piston is moving from downward from the bottom dead center to the top dead center, understand these two valves need to be closed. And if any of these valves is leaking, then the compression will not be as powerful as it ought to be. And don't forget, compression pressure, the compression will cause the pressure, and the pressure is equals to power. If you're having less compression, you're having less power. If you're having loss of compression, you're having loss of power. So now that compression, these two valves need to be closed. So if these two valves is not closed and one of them is open, then those pressure will have to leak through that leaking valve, and then your engine will have its maximum power. So a way you can test this if it's leaking, if you see a technician working in a generator and they lose this top cylinder, you just tell them that they should make sure that they ground the valve or make sure that the valve are not leaking. So what we do normally is we pop for inside of this channel and we see if the valve is going to shrink. Now, in most cases, we can shrink, which is manageable. We can use like that. But once it's pouring out heavily, it can't manageable. So because the pressure will be leaking through that channel and the engine will be losing compression, losing pressure at the same time to be losing power. So we don't allow any of them to be leaking. I hope this thing I'm explaining is making sense. So now these two valves are in charge of the compression, which will better determine how powerful engine will be. Now, if you look at the shape, of this valve, notice that it's having kind of helical shape. Then it's not easy for air to pass through from this direction. You understand? From what you're saying, it's not easy for a gas or any liquid to pass through from this direction, but it's easy for liquid coming from this direction to pass through downward. That's why they did it this kind of shape, kind of helical shape. So the valve, so it will not leak any much air. Understand? That's why this kind of helical shape. So once the pressure is coming, it will be very difficult for it to find its way out. Understand? So another way I'm going to explain this is um another way I'm going to explain the pressure is if you want to draw a catapult, understand? And this is a catapult and you want to draw it hardward to fire someone. Now, the more you draw it backward, the more further the stone is going to go. So if you draw it 10 centimeter, understand, and you draw another one 20 centimeter, and you are asked which of them will go further. Of course, it's 20 centimeter. So now it's just like you are adding more pressure. The more pressure you insert in that catapult, the further your stone is going to go. So that's how it is. So the more pressure you have, the more powerful your engine will be. So if your valve is leaking, then you're having less compression. So in most time, I used to make sure that all my servicing that this valve is not leaking, because at the end of the day you can change many components of the engine, and then if you didn't get this right, just as if you did nothing. The engine or the engine, even in automobile, your your car engine will not have the power, understand, to move the car, or if you are on road, understand. And another thing is that because of this valve is leaking and there is less compression, it will require more fuel to meet up. So that's why you've seen that your gen in most cases is consuming so much fuel because of the pressure that is supposed to use to work is leaking out, and now it didn't more fuel, understand, to compensate for the pressure that is leaking. So at the end of the day, you might not still get the kind of power rating you needed because of the because of the fuel leakage, because of the air leakage. So the thing is will be consuming fuel, and the power will not be as effective as if you're having your compression. So the best thing is to make sure that your valves are well sealed, and then um, they're not leaking, then you have the full compression. And don't forget, pressure equals to power. Loss of compression equals a loss of power. So this is Harris, and I'll still be sharing more details about engine. Don't forget to follow, subscribe across all our channels at Engine Home, so that anytime I have any updates that can help you save money, you get a notification. Bye, this is Harris, and I'm going to see you in another one.